Today we are in Phitsanulok. Most people roll through Phitsanulok without stopping. Train from Bangkok, one glance out the window, eyes already on Sukhothai. We stayed 2 nights. Here is what they are missing. This is central Thailand, and this is trail-blazing adventures. We have a full day in Phitsanulok, so we are walking it from east to west, about 3 kilometers in total. We start at older Sukhothai-era ruins, move through local streets toward the main temple complex, then follow the Nan River for noodles, because after all, we are in central Thailand, cross the river and end by a standing Buddha. We start at Wat Aranyik and find nobody here. The ruins feel abandoned. There are no visible restoration efforts, and the brick foundations sit among overgrown vegetation and flowering trees, just minutes from regular city streets. What remains is the base of a stupa, fragments of Buddha images and broken walls and platforms scattered across the grounds. It's uneven underfoot and partially reclaimed by nature. Some people will call it neglected. Others will say that's exactly what makes it interesting. A short walk down a typical Thai suburban street, shops, markets, 7-Eleven, and we reach Wat Aranyik. It's an active working temple, and it has one thing worth stopping for: the Sukhothai period lotus Wat Aranyik, believed to have been built around the same time as the city's main temple complex. Both originally shared this style, before the bigger one was later modified into a Phra. What Rattana Mahathat is the main temple complex, and the reason most people who do stop here. Through the gate and across a landscaped courtyard with lotus ponds and the brick foundations of a former vihara, you get your first view of the Golden Phra. Standing in front of it is Phra Buddha, an 18-meter-tall Buddha in the Sukhothai style, elongated, balanced, with the flame-like Ushnisha rising above the head. The right hand is raised in the Abhaya gesture, a sign of reassurance. Have no fear.
Breathe in, breathe out. Healing comes as you grow. Breathe in, breathe out.
Behind him rises the central prime, tall, sharp, reshaped in a Khmer-inspired style, marking a shift from the earlier Sukhothai form we saw before. And the vihara's facade impresses before you even step inside. Intricate mother-of-pearl inlay catches the light. Layered rooftops rise above it. The open square in front gives you enough distance to fully admire it. Inside is Phra Buddha Chinnarat, the second most revered Buddha image in Thailand after the Emerald Buddha, about 3.5 meters high in the subduing Mara posture. There's no point in over-describing it. We let it speak for itself. We leave the vihara through the side and enter the cloister galleries. Rows of seated Buddha images line the walls, repeating the same posture again and again, with calm and slight variations that invite mindful observation. Between them, are smaller altars and fragments recovered from the temple grounds. Just a short walk from the temple, we reach one of Phitsanulok's most talked about lunch spots, Hoi Ka Rim Nan, link in the description. One of the reasons this place shows up all over social media is the seating. You sit on narrow stools right at the end of the building, your legs dangling over the street, which for some reason makes a perfect TikTok backdrop. The menu is basically noodles in every direction. We go from the Sukhothai-style noodles, crispy fried strands on top, and a soft egg, sweet, tangy, spicy. And as they say in Thailand, very aroy. We cross the Elephant Bridge and take a look at the large statue on the western side. Then we change gear into roosters. Inside the Chan Royal Palace Park, we are received by roosters of all types and shapes. Ceramic roosters, plastic roosters, roosters in glass cases. The story goes back to King Naresuan's youth. Held hostage by the Burmese, he won a cockfight against a Burmese prince. The rooster became to symbolize that early refusal to fall. Today, devotees leave rooster figures here as offerings, hoping for some of that same luck that followed him from captivity to kingship.
They never seem to leave my mind. On this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time.
We moved to the park next door for the last temple stop, Wat Aranyik. This one is in ruins, 15th century Ayutthaya period. What remains are stone columns and the brick base of the original vihara. Behind them stands a contemporary Sukhothai-style standing Buddha, a replica of the image that once stood here. The ruins are part of the neighborhood in the way ruins in Southeast Asia often are. Present, unguarded, and remarkable to the people who live next to them. At night, you are in a real Thai city, not something built for visitors. The small night market by the railway station feels exactly like that. Locals stop by on their way home to pick up dinner. Quick transactions, plastic bags, and delicious homemade food. And unfortunately, no place for tourists like us to sit down. A few blocks away, there are plenty of local restaurants and bars. We stop at the craft beer bar called Girls Don't Cry. And what better way to end the day than with a craft draft beer called Mojo Mojo. Follow us on our adventures across Thailand, Southeast Asia and beyond. And as always, happy travels!